Hello everybody, you have tuned in to Eric Jose on Making a Murderer on YouTube. I cover virtually any aspect of making a murderer. I go over the evidence, the documents, the photos. So if you like, stay tuned, and in the future I'll have many more videos besides the one you're about to see. Okay, everybody, here we go. When I was at Raleigh, when I was in Wisconsin and stuff, literally, like the day I was leaving, there was a big hubbub about the calls between Stephen Avery and Jodi Sikowski were available and were being listened to, and there was just a lot of comments coming out of them and stuff. So I've been reviewing them. Last night over in Discord, many members of the Wrecking Crew and I sat and listened to them together and kind of gave each other our thoughts on it, what we thought as we were listening. And so why I decided to make this particular video here today is that I was struck by the fact that Stephen's demeanor is unremarkable. Like, it's just not congruous with what he's supposedly supposed to be doing at the time, which what I'm about to play for you is a call. It's from a 15-minute call, I think. Well, it might have been a 7-minute call, but whatever. It's a portion of a call that was made that started at 5:37 on October 31st. So the reason why that's important, obviously, for those that don't immediately see the connection, is that's October 31st at basically between 5 and 6 o'clock. That's about 2.5 hours after Teresa is supposedly gone missing at Avery Salvage, according to the state. Okay? So this is like 2.5 hours after that. Okay? And he's on the phone. And I just was struck by the fact that he doesn't seem... And there's nothing remarkable, really, about his demeanor and the way he's acting. He's not rushed or impatient or anything. None of that. It's none of it. There's none of it. It's really odd. So, I mean, I'll let people obviously listen to it for themselves and you know, right here, and you can kind of make an assessment for yourself. But to me, he's talking about, you know, her. He's talking about how much he loves her, and you know, all that sort of stuff. And this just doesn't seem like the right frame of mind that he would be in if he was actually in the middle of performing this very torturous murder and rape. Right? Rape and murder that the state says is going on. Right? And let me say this right now, is that if we were just talking about this sole thing all by itself, only this, just this sole thing about Stephen and Jodi's conversation, and people would say, oh, that's, you know, that doesn't mean much, that doesn't mean much. Well, I might be able to agree with you, but the thing is that you have all the little things in this case. I'll put it this way. Everybody out there know what a mosaic is? You get my drift on this? What happens in a mosaic is that a whole bunch of tiny little pieces, little pebbles, little rocks, little pieces of colored rice, little whatever it might be, a whole bunch of little pieces come together to make a bigger image. And that's what's happening in the Avery case. So, here we go. We're going to listen to the first part of the call on October 31st. This call started at 5:37 p.m. So that's basically early evening. And so, here we go.
I'll sell my snowmobile.
Why?
And then I'll hire a lawyer. And see if we can get this case thrown out.
Was that like you selling your truck?
Mm-hmm. I really don't want to go that far.
You wouldn't.
I wouldn't?
What's the point I'm making? You wouldn't.
The point is, if I have to, I will.
Oh, I got a receipt for my aspirin. My bill is up to $1,000 $152.54.
Okay, so like I said before, this is from the 5:37 p.m. call on October 31st, and that's him and Jodi talking. Now, just imagine if he is actually doing all these things that the state says he was doing, right? I mean, look at the way Jodi's she's kind of busting his balls a little bit, right? He opens up with, the fact that he's going to try and sell his snowmobile to try to get the cash to be able to help her and stuff like that and whatever, right? And all that. And she just kind of scoffs and is like, oh, well, yeah, but you would never put up your truck. Well, honestly, he says that he would if he had to, but I would honestly say no, that's not what a responsible person does. A responsible person doesn't sell their truck for somebody who repeatedly gets DUIs and is constantly getting back into trouble because they can't stop drinking and driving. So that a fairly experienced person would know better than to do that at all, right? But Steven loves Jodi. He's in love with her. So my point is all this is happening while he's supposed to be carrying out this hideous, torturous rape and everything that there's no evidence of ever actually happening anywhere, even in the garage, trailer, it doesn't matter where you go, other than the highly suspicious bone pit or fire pit, to where there are only a little over half of the bones are there, right? And then a bullet that appears 5 months later. 5 months later. And so it's like, and that's it. Nothing. No suggestion of any of this crime happening there where the state says it happened. Right? And then you have this call where you're listening and thinking, this doesn't sound like the guy who's in the midst of doing something like that. Right? And there's more to it. But I just thought that was interesting because she's right there. I mean, she's putting him through the ringer right there, basically. Because, he's talking about, I'm going to try and sell my stuff. He's trying to help. He's doing what he can to help. He's hoping he only has to sell his snowmobile because he doesn't want to sell his truck. He's smart enough to know that would be bad. That's his livelihood. That's the way, that goes. So, anyway, that was an interesting bit. But she continues to, you heard right there where she talked about the bill that she just got, right? So now he has to, it's amazing that Steve, if he was doing what the state suggests, I got to imagine he would lose patience with this very quickly, right? But he doesn't. He loves Jodi. So, all right, here we go.
Let me write this down.
Well, I'll give it to you tomorrow.
No, I want to write it down. How much?
1,152
52
and 54 cents.
And 54 cents.
I'll give you this tomorrow too, and that paper I got last night.
Okay.
But I'm gonna see too. Heather and Tracy both owe bills here too.
Yeah.
And Jeff come up and put 50 or something on her books, on Heather's.
Yeah.
And she gets, the bookkeeper takes out 60%. So Heather gets what's left over and she can order PX.
Yeah.
And if she gets it tomorrow, I'm just going to have you bring up like 70 or so
let me
Thursday.
Let me see what I can do. Then we'll go from there.
Because I'm almost out of shampoo and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't want you out with all that shit either.
And I got a little bit of deodorant left.
Yeah. So that's what you owe from today?
From yeah.
Okay.
Did you ask him about that bill?
Huh?
I suppose you didn't talk to my lawyer about that 3,000, huh?
Oh, no.
Oh, well.
No.
Don't worry about it until later.
Well, I ain't worried about that right now.
Yeah, I know. I don't think Sarah will go for it. I don't know.
Well, if you get along with her real good. And she might. You know? Oh.
Yeah, I'm broken.
You're broken?
Yeah.
No baby?
No.
No baby. You know I want a motherfucking baby.
Well,
So you better,
can't do nothing in here.
well, you better do something about it.
And now he's talking about making babies. All right, here we go.
You gotta make up your mind what you want.
What I want?
Yeah, 'cause I'm really sick of fucking hearing you can have anybody else you want. If I hear it again, that's it.
Shut up.
No.
Shut up.
You'll read it and I'll let
Shut up. I want you.
Well, then stop talking to me like that.
You know, well, quit pissing me off.
I don't deserve it. You piss me off too, but I don't say shit like that just to hurt you.
You know? Well, shit comes out what a person don't mean.
No.
Yeah.
I guess Heather is planning on moving in.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. A couple of days after she gets out, whatever.
Why a couple days?
She has to get her shit out of her place.
No more. I got a pickup truck.
I know. So, might use you, I don't know.
But she's going to follow the rules.
I know.
And see, if I pay up your bill tomorrow,
So that's, you can use that money on other shit.
well, it's got to be paid.
Yeah, but if it goes to collection when I'm out, we can just make payments.
You know, I don't like to have bills over my head.
Well, there's something I want.
I definitely get the feeling Steven's not the type of guy to put bills off or things off. Seems like he's the type that wants to go out and do it right now, get it out of the way, judging by this. Because when he says, I don't like to have bills over my head, I mean, sounds like Steve enjoys the freedom of being able to, you know, not have any strings attached, essentially, right? He pays for things up front, that sort of thing, right? So, anyway, that's interesting stuff. So, here we go.
It's only $20. That's why I ain't asking for them shirts no more. I'd rather have something else. And I want it from you, not your mom. You listening?
You know? Because the only bill I got here now is my motherfucking heat.
No.
And if you cut this phone down every other day,
I'll try.
then I could probably pay off your bill.
Yeah, but this is fucking ridiculous. I've been here, what, August, September, October? 3 months?
You know?
It shouldn't be that. $1,000 fucking dollars.
You know?
Well, plus the $300 from last time.
Mm.
But that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
You know, what if I was working and had a place out there? I couldn't afford both.
No. No.
Fucking bullshit. It's like them cutting off our phone call last night. We should...
Whatever.
All right.
Yeah. I love you.
you.
Yeah.
I really do.
Me too.
Yeah, you better.
I do. That's all I want is you.
Yeah?
Yeah. And I'll wait.
You fucking better.
I will. Don't worry about it.
Thank you for using Evercom.
All right, so as you can see, it's, you know, a lot of, you know, kind of stressful news for Steven to figure out how to pay a lot of these things. But it's all kissy face and that sort of thing. I mean, just strikes me as an odd demeanor if he were doing all the things that the state claims he was doing. So, all right, this next call we're going to move into. Oh, first thing, I wanted to go ahead and mention for folks, if you want to go ahead, probably this Saturday night, roughly around 9 o'clock Central Time, in general voice chat on Discord, we are going to listen to the remaining, I think there's 4 or 5 calls that we didn't listen to last night. So, anybody who wants to come over there to Discord and join that chat, and join the voice chat with us and listen to it and whatever, and comment on it, in between calls and that sort of stuff, we open it up to discuss a little bit and stuff. So, anybody that's interested in that or whatever can come on over on Saturday night over to Discord. All right, so Now we're moving into the call that's still on October 31st, but this call starts at 8:58, and it's a 15-minute call. And it starts at 8:58, which is 2 minutes to 9, right? And so this is just a clip from that call, obviously. But you can see the way that this is obviously going to contain part that you know from part of the clip from Making a Murder that you all know, and you know all the kitty cocktail and romantic and all that sort of stuff, right? So this clip contains that, but it also contains some other things. A lot of kissy face, a lot of that sort of stuff, and like I said, it just seems incongruous to what the state is claiming that he was doing at this point in time. At 9 o'clock in the evening, he would still be, you know, feverishly tending the fire to burn up the evidence, you know, according to the state's narrative. So it's, and you don't hear a hint of rush or impatience or anything in him. He loves Jodi, and he's just so happy to be talking to her. There's no care for anything else, really, you know. So anyway, we'll go ahead and move into that call now. Here we go.
Until I see you on your knee.
Well, that's too bad. You have to wait.
That's when I quit. I told you.
Well, I might have to ask you right at home here.
Don't tell me.
You know? Well, you can't do it nowhere else.
I told you. I don't care as long as it's romantic.
Romantic?
That means, like, get roses, put rose petals
Don't tell me what to do.
Put rose petals on the bed or
Fuck you.
in the bathtub. Romantic.
Romantic.
Dinner.
Romantic.
Can't have a glass of wine, so it'll have to be
soda.
Lemonade. Grape juice.
Yeah.
Soda.
Mm.
Kitty cocktail.
Oh. I'll be going up north this weekend.
I know.
After Saturday, day after I see you.
No, you can just go up there and get that shit done.
Well, I want to see you too, though. Know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah. You know, Brian wants to go, but I don't know.
I thought, why did you bring your snowmobile home?
Because I was going to trade it in. But maybe I'll just sell it outright. I don't need it this year anyway. Now wait till my big check comes, I'll get a new one.
Yeah, you don't need to go snowmobiling without me anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Or ice fishing or anything. I want to do that.
Yeah, I didn't got time to do that. No.
I hate this place.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Can't wait till it's done and over with.
That's why I keep my ass out of trouble. I don't do nothing no more.
Better not. Better not.
Oh, I don't. No.
No.
Yeah.
I miss Tiffany.
Yeah. I miss her too.
Oh, brat.
Huh?
Wait till you read that letter.
Well,
I know you will. Hope so.
What the fuck I do with my soda? Oh, it's over there by the golf cart. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to paint this fucking garage too.
It's getting a little closer, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I love you.
I love you too.
And else I'll see you in the morning.
You bet.
Yeah.
Sit tight.
Yeah, you too.
Sit tight.
Yeah, you too.
Dream of me.
Yeah, I do.
I'll see you there.
And I got your pictures all over.
You have 30 seconds left.
Your pictures were all over today.
Are they?
Yeah.
Don't forget to kiss them.
Kiss them, feel them.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Yeah.
You can feel the real thing tomorrow.
Yeah. I can't do that. That's breaking the rules.
Whatever. I love you.
Yeah, I love you too.
I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah.
You don't have to bring me any candy.
You don't need it anyway.
All right,
Thank
so
you
this is
for-
just some of my initial thoughts about the, calls. The first thing that struck me as we were listening to these October 31st calls was Stephen's demeanor. Just doesn't show any hint of any of the things that the prosecution or the state would have us believe was happening. And I thought that was, that just struck me. So I figured I'd go ahead and talk a little bit about it now. It's pretty clear that Stephen's, in love with Jodi. He's willing to deal with all those problems she creates, especially because she drinks and drives, which is one of the worst things because the penalties for it are horrendous. So, but he stands by her. He's getting all kissy face with her. At one point, he talks about making babies. He wants to make a baby, all that stuff. It's just strikes me as not. It just doesn't fit with what the prosecution says was going on, right? And like I was saying earlier, if it was just this one thing, obviously this one little thing of these recordings, obviously all by itself would be next to meaningless, right? It's just can't really say, oh yeah, he didn't sound guilty, right? That's what the argument would be. So obviously it's not a real humdinger piece of evidence. But the thing is that when you take this, along with all the other things in this case that just don't seem right, hashtag 80 more things, check out Finn on Twitter. It's like I said at the beginning when I talked about a mosaic, right? I talked about little tiny little rocks, pebbles, or little pieces of colored rice, or whatever, colored rocks, little pebbles, tiny little ones, right? How they can be put together in a way to create a bigger picture or a bigger image, right? And that's kind of what these little things all and that's what I think this is here that we're seeing today, that we're listening to, I should say, right? Is that Stephen does not sound frantic. He doesn't sound impatient. He doesn't sound rushed. He's not, there's just not showing any signs of what the state and the prosecution would have us believe was going on. And that's just my personal opinion, but I let people listen to it for themselves and make their own opinion of it. But like I said, it doesn't sound like there's any of that stuff happening. So, and anyway, that's about it for this one, folks. Please tune in to Discord this Saturday night if you want. We're going to check out some of the rest of the calls, have a little chat about all of this. If you guys want to chat about some of the earlier calls, show up on Saturday night. And we'll see what's up. Just remember, we're quiet and everybody mutes their microphones in the voice chat while the call's playing. Everybody mutes their microphones just to make sure we don't have any garbled audio and everybody can listen to the calls clearly. So keep that in mind if you show up on Saturday night. Like I said, 9 Central roughly is about the time we're going for on Saturday night. Hope to see you there. And if you haven't already, please hit subscribe.